Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie Part 1. It is Sunday, August 3rd, 2025, and I'm so happy you are joining us this week. Mom and I have some fun Christmas projects to share with you, so let's turn the camera around to my desktop and get started. All right, we are back in the July online exclusives today with a brand new Christmas bundle called A Little Cheer. This one came out last month, but it wasn't available during the demonstrator pre-order. So I think, Mom, both you and I are just starting to get to play with it as we get ready to share it in this video.
Yeah, I mean, it was the punches that were not available for quite some time that didn't come in, so they're in, and this is so cute.
It is so cute. These are little tiny punches. Here is the 2-inch circle punch for reference. So they are small, little mini punch pack, and they come all 3 of them together. You'll find on page 6 of the online exclusive brochure, the Little Cheer bundle. Of course, the best way to find all the online exclusives is just to go to the online store at juliedavison.com/shop. There are some other Christmas stamp sets and bundles in the July online exclusive. So if you're ready to get a head start on your Christmas cards, then this is a fun bundle to do that with. We have some different stamps that coordinate with the punches. The stocking, the star, and the tree all coordinate with the punch. And then we've got 2 gifts, a little snowflake, a little leaf, a bow, a string, and some different sentiments. Sending a little cheer, Christmas time is here, happy, Merry Christmas, to from. Now, every time I see a combination of like happy and Christmas, I always think of how Stampin' Up is a global company. And so sometimes some people say Merry Christmas, some people say Happy Christmas. And so I love that they kind of have that in there to accommodate everybody. Of course, happy also opens us up to have some different things besides Christmas with this stamp set. So let me show you a few samples that I made. Here is one featuring the little presents, and I punched out the little images and kind of spread them throughout the presents using Granny Apple Green, Shaded Spruce, and some Poppy Parade for this Christmas card. And then here's another card I made with the strings, same colors. This one obviously for Christmas. I used the new embossed card designs from the annual catalog and layered that on there. But I thought we could do happy for something else. And so I love that we have the star in there. It reminded me of the 4th of July. So I just did happy. It doesn't say happy 4th, but I think it's pretty clear what it's for. What do you think?
I think those are adorable. They are.
So the stripe and the polka dot, those are the 2 designs that come in that embossed note card pack. So these are like 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and they come with envelopes too. Really, really fun. And then of course the gift and happy also reminded me that you could make something for a birthday. So on this card, I skipped the happy, but I used some different colors and used the sentiment sending a little cheer, which I thought could be for another occasion besides Christmas.
Those are wonderful, Julie.
Thank you. I had so much fun playing with this morning. I was just going to town, making all kinds of cards. But what I really wanted to do for you guys was to make a shaker card. I just thought these punches were so perfect for making little shaker elements. And so I have my pieces ready to share with you today. It's been a little while since I've made a shaker card, but one of the essential elements that you need is a window sheet to have like a little shaker window and some kind of dimension to allow your shaker elements to shake around. So I'm using the foam adhesive strips to create the border around my shaker. I have got some pieces that are ready to go, a card base 5.5 by 8.5. This is Shaded Spruce. A piece to go on the inside. This is just 4 by 5 1/4. And then for my shaker element, I have a 3 by 4 piece of Granny Apple Green, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 basic white. I'll have the measurements in the video description for you. I used the Perfect Plaid embossing folder, which I just thought was so perfectly Christmas, and did that on Poppy Parade. It's 2 inches by 5.5. and some pieces to stamp and punch our little shaker elements. So let's start with that. I am going to use our 3 colors, Shaded Spruce, Granny Apple Green, and Poppy Parade. While I'm stamping and punching, Mom, how is your trip going?
Oh, we're having so much fun. We are in Philadelphia for a little vacation weekend with the Detroit Tigers. And because I think most of you probably know that we are huge Tiger fans.
That's an understatement.
So we're in the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia. We're staying at an old hotel called the Notary, and it's very charming. We went on a historic walking tour. There is so much history here. We were there for a couple of hours, but we barely scratched the surface of what's there. The Liberty Bell is now behind glass. You can't really get up close and personal.
Oh.
When I was a kid, it was out in a park, and you could walk around it and see the crack and all that other stuff. So that's kind of a shame, but
that must have been a long, long time ago.
What, that I was a kid when there? Yeah, it was. I think I was 10 or 12 years old. But yeah, it's great. It really is. And
I've never been to Philadelphia.
oh, we want to come back. I mean, there's just so much to see. And we didn't realize it, but Philadelphia is right on, the border of the river across from New Jersey.
You may not have realized.
So your dad all that geography stuff. So anyway, we're having a great time. We lost the first ball game. It was a very hard-fought game. It was close, but Philadelphia won, and we won last night, 7-5. And so today is like the rubber match.
Okay, go Tigers!
Yeah, we had some speakers. Well, the broadcast crew came to our brunch. And so we got to meet them and have a group picture taken with them, and they did a Q&A. So it's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Well, I know you're going to have a wonderful rest of your trip, and I can't wait to hear all about it. And this is the last game today, right? Of the series.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Well, safe travels home tomorrow. We're looking forward to seeing you after that. So it's gonna be a busy couple days here.
Yes.
All right, I'm taking my 2-inch circle punch, and I'm gonna come right in the center here. So I'm lining it up side to side and coming in from the top all the way in to create a little frame. And this is going to be our shaker window. So before we put everything together, I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to have Merry Christmas be here at the bottom, right under the frame. And I want to add, I wanted to stamp something else. So I'm going to add this little leaf from the stamp set. And then our shaker is going to layer here on the white. And so I want to stamp something in the background. And I'm going to stamp, let me get out my my scrap paper. I want to stamp a line across here and have some elements, but I also want to make sure that I'm not like having this long line go over the edges. So I am going to make sure that I'm stamping on the Post-it note, and then I stamped over to the side a little bit so that I wouldn't get it in there. And while I'm stamping, I'm also going to do a little stamping on the inside piece. And we're going to stamp the all the little elements. So we have the stocking in red, and I'm going to start in the middle of this space so that I can evenly space the, you know, the other elements on either side. And then I'm going to, might do some more of that. I'm going to do the star and Granny Apple Green and the tree and Shaded Spruce.
This is so cute.
Oh, thank you. I had so fun with this little, like, it's not really a clothesline, but like, I don't know what you would call it. This little
Clothesline.
this little string of elements. And so I mimicked that on the inside. You could also stamp the same thing on your envelope and coordinate there too. Lastly, on the inside, I'm going to stamp Sending a Little Cheer. Okay, so we've got our stamping done. We've got our punching done. Let's go ahead and get this card put together. This is going to go on the inside.
I love the font of those greetings.
I know, it's just so whimsical and fun, and I think so perfect for this cute little mini set. I struggled, I felt like, because the images were so little, you know, to really not have them get swallowed up by the rest of the card.
Well, good job, because it's not.
All right, for our shaker element, we are going to first put the window sheet on the back. So I'm going to use some regular adhesive around the circle. And, okay, hang on a second. I'm going to use my embossing buddy to help reduce the static cling that happens when you make a shaker card. And I'm also going to put it on the window sheet after I add it. To try to prevent that, all that shaker. So I added all my elements inside. You want to make sure that they're all face up. And I'm also going to add some of the loose gold sequins. Okay, so now we're going to add our shaker frame, the top of it. We're going to add to the top here, and we're going to need that that cushion. So we're going to use the strips here, and you've got two options with the circle. You could make a square around the circle, or you can mold your shaker or your adhesive foam strip around the frame or around the circle, and that will just keep your elements like more in frame. Whereas if you made the frame larger, your elements might be like all stuck at the bottom and it might not show up in the frame. You know what I'm saying? When it's not shaking.
Yeah. The trick is to make sure that it's all covered. You don't have any gaps in your adhesive strip.
Yes, and I always kind of just smush it down to make sure that it's adhering to the window sheet. And then I'm going to use more of the adhesive strips to just kind of fill out this piece a little more, so that it's not just like, you know, stuck in the center, that it feels supported everywhere. The adhesive foam strips are, I would say they're definitely a little bit thicker than a regular Stampin' Dimensional.
Yeah, I think so.
Was looking to see if it said the dimensions on here, the thickness, but these are on the same page, I'll show you in a second, in the catalog as the other adhesive. So let's get this on here. I'm going to take all these little paper backings off. I've kind of grouped all my shaker elements here in the center. And then I'm going to focus on putting this layer on evenly on the white. And then again, I'm just going to kind of smush down to make sure that the foam strips are adhering to the cardstock before I give it a test shake.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! I don't know if there's too much in there, but it's a jolly good time. We're going to use a regular adhesive to add this to the card because we already have so much dimension. And I debated whether or not, Mom, you'll have to help me decide, should we put more sequins on the outside, or do you think there's enough bling floating around on the inside?
I don't know where you would put them, really. Well, I guess you could put some on the outside. I just would hate to take it away from the shaker elements.
Yeah.
So I think it's a personal choice.
Well, this card's for you, so would you add it or not?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's put some dots of glue where we want our sequin. Oh, glue. That was a big dot of glue. My liquid glue is like, it's globbing up a lot lately. And there's still plenty in there, so it's not time to get rid of it yet. But sometimes it just comes out in a big squirt.
Yeah, I have that same issue. I just deal with it.
All right, there is our finished shaker card.
So cute.
Sending a little cheer. What'd you say, Mom?
I'm casing that card.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. I want to show you really quick in the catalog where the adhesive is for the adhesive foam strips that I used. So in the 2025 to 2026 annual catalog on pages 112 and 113, you've got all the different adhesives. So we've got the regular dimensionals, the mini dimensionals, the black dimensionals, and right there then the adhesive foam strips. And let's see, I was trying to see this one, the Stampin' Dimensionals. No, that's how wide they are. Yeah, I was hoping maybe it would have the information about how thick they are. Yeah. Well, I would love to know, yay or nay, is this little cheer bundle on your list? If it is, you can get it right now because the punches are in stock and get a little head start on your Christmas crafting. It's time now to head over to Mom's channel to watch part 2 of Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie to see what she has created with a little cheer to get you even more inspired.
Awesome. We'll see you all in a bit.
All right. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and Mom's so you don't miss an episode of Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Love you, Jay.
Love you too. Mwah! Bye.